Hello, everybody. This is another message from Sky. So, I hope you're all doing well. The situation on the earth is getting wilder and wilder. And so, my star people talked to me again lately and they said to detach from all the material world because it's collapsing, meaning the dimension that we live in is kind of collapsing in its structure, and there's a new structure being built. So that means that if we look around us, the net of the material world is getting tighter and tighter, and it's almost pressing us out, or not almost, but it is pressing us out. And they gave me this beautiful image of the cracking of an egg. When the little chicken is ready, the egg is too tight and it breaks the shell so that it can get out and grow to be a chicken. And that's kind of what's happening right now. The shell around us, which is the matrix that we have been living in, is getting so tight, it's too tight for us, and we have to get out. So that means to detach from the material world and to turn more and more towards the spiritual world, which is actually our roots. That's where we come from, and that's what the reality around us is made of, really. Except we have forgotten it, or we don't have any access to it in many cases because we haven't practiced it. So, in practice, that means to really look within what is within us. And a lot of people are being plagued right now by these dystopian sceneries that they are afraid of. And the thing is, though, that we are actually creators of the world that we live in. And what is very important right now is to really check within, go within, and look what is inside you. Because that is what your reality is. And look for what lies really deep within you, because nobody can tell you that this is the reality that you will experience because you create it. And of course, that involves an exchange with other people around you and with everything that we're connected to. But in the end, we are creator beings. So that's where the answer to your questions lie. And yeah, so turning to the spiritual world really means checking your thoughts, becoming transparent, being, um, yeah, being to be able to verbalize your thoughts towards anyone and anything, because you're becoming more and more see-through in this dimension that we're moving towards. And things like telepathy work. So yeah, check your feelings, check your wishes, check your motivation, watch your thoughts, know about the power of visualization. All these things are becoming more and more important, and know that when you are in exchange with the spiritual forces, with the protectors that we have in the spiritual world, that you have a protection that is very strong. And I can actually give you an example for that because I have just experienced it myself. I did a trip and I was very scared of it because I had the feeling that the place that I was going was going to be very dark. and there were a lot of yeah, very dark structures. I had to go for work, and I was even at the point where I was hesitant to do the trip and thought maybe I should cancel it, but then I had the feeling I should go. And that was also my wish because I felt, community is important and we need to see each other also. So I did go, and I asked before for protection, and I asked if this trip is not good or not safe. I asked for it to be canceled, through any kind of circumstance. So it started out almost like it looked like it was going to be canceled because my flight was late. I wasn't gonna be able to catch my connecting flight, and all these circumstances that yeah, it looked like it was going to be difficult to arrive at my destination. But in the end, I did arrive at my destination, and I have to say, the entire time that I was gone on that trip, I literally felt like in this protective bubble. I really felt like there was almost like a jello like structure around me, and and this was exactly the way that it evolved. All the things that I was scared of did not happen in the way that I thought they could, and I'm not going to go into details here, but yeah, I always found a way around them. I mean, I didn't just wait for anything falling from the sky, but or yeah, I um, did my active part as well. But that really showed me how strong the spiritual really is, and it becomes almost how should I say, uh, so not solid, but so yeah, so intense that it almost becomes material in a way, and it does become material because that's exactly what my experience was. It was a protection that I felt the entire time, and that kept me safe in all these situations that I was afraid of. There were always circumstances that somehow got me out. And yeah, so this is very important right now. And it's a part of the process because we have all these abilities as human beings that we are not in touch with anymore. And in order for them to come out, we have to get out of the matrix that we're in at the moment. And the freedom from the outside is getting smaller and smaller. It seems to get smaller and smaller. And that's because that matrix is too dense for us not to live in. It's not ours anymore. So, or basically, you can choose if it's yours or not. It's up to you, of course. You can choose to go with it and not leave, but you can also choose to go into the new. And the new is what we actually are. What I have been speaking about in a previous video also, that our roots are actually spiritual. That is what we come from. And so many people are trapped in the perception that, or the idea that what is actually valid and true is the material, and that is not true. Also, we're trapped in this idea that the circumstances from the outside limit us, and that is also not true. So the outside circumstances now become so limiting that really there is no way out other than turning towards the spiritual. And that's where the path lies. Um, and my star people also told me there is a creation in every one of us. We all came here to materialize or realize this beautiful divine idea that we carry deep within us. And most people are so have their channels so clogged that they don't really have access to it, to what they came to bring to the world. And this is the process that needs to happen right now, to get in touch with that again. Get in touch with your deepest inside and your deepest connection. That's where this beautiful divine idea lies that you came to bring and to contribute to this world. So check what that is. And nobody can tell you that except for you. Yeah, that is a path that we're walking right now. And then also, yeah, I also asked them, I just want to add that little detail. So I asked them, because lately, sometimes I don't really hear from them for a while, or not so much. And they've told me before that we cannot really tell you everything all the time, because it's also you who needs to do some work and find the answers. And they even told me, it's an exchange. So we tell you things and you tell us things. But lately they've been kind of quiet, and I asked them, why don't I really hear you? Does that have to do with okay, how am I going to describe this now? With the transmission of some harmful things that some people have internalized in their bodies through something that is being forced on many people right now. I hope you know what I mean. Because apparently this can also be somehow, or anyway, there are voices that say that this can be transmitted even if you do not choose to internalize this harmful thing inside of your body. So I asked them, is because yeah, I just for explanation, the this thing is also made to shut people down and on the spiritual level, and disconnect them. So yeah, so I asked them, is this contributing to the fact that I don't really hear much from you lately? And yeah, of course, I asked for an answer that yes or no, but they didn't tell me that. They said it is your decision, and it is up to your own belief, because this is where the situation is guiding us all to our point of our own belief, of our own true ideas. And nobody can tell us what that is. We have to find it out, because that is our innermost strength and power. And that is where we're guided to go, if we choose. Yeah, so that's it for today. And yeah, I just want to add, maybe on a cheerful note, I feel lots of energy lately. I feel so happy and so joyful and so energetic and not tired at all. There's so much incredible energy coming to the earth right now, I feel. I mean, otherwise I can't really explain how I feel this way, because the outside circumstances surely don't look like that. Yeah. So, have a beautiful rest of your day, and talk to you soon. Bye.